KC, no other club. Logan Corkins here on a Sunday. Here's what we're doing. We're playing Steep, but we're going to be talking about the WWE. First off, we'll recap NXT TakeOver San Antonio last night, and then we'll also preview the Royal Rumble match. Tonight is the night. I have been waiting for this night, man, for at least 6-7 weeks. I have just been Royal Rumble on my mind. But first, let's go back to last night. Let's talk about what was, I thought, a really interesting takeover. Like, it wasn't traditional takeover. So I'm a production guy. So first off, the production seemed a little down. Like, could have been a little bit more. I get that they weren't using the same set that they would normally, with SummerSlam and Survivor Series being in the same building as the SummerSlam and Survivor Series for the main roster. So that could have played a part in it. We start with Ty Dillinger. And Ty, I thought, had a really good match. For whatever reason, though, WWE is not wanting him to win lately. Eric Young had a really solid match. These two have tremendous chemistry in the ring. There was a couple botches. There were a couple decent-sized botches that had me a little bit worried about what we're going to see if Ty comes into the main roster tonight, which we'll talk about that here in a minute. But overall, a really good match. I do like what they're doing with Sanity. Sanity, I think, is going to give the Wyatt family a run for their money once they get up to the main roster. I can't wait for that day, especially the way the Wyatt family has been working lately. And then we go to Roderick Strong against Cien Almost. Roderick Strong looked very, very good in this match. A little surprised that they went ahead and gave him the push that they did. I do like Almost as a good heel, though. I think he's probably going to be one of the best heels in the business. Give him a year. He has all the potential in the world. It's just really tap into it. That would be my worry there for him. And then next we had DIY going up against the Authors of Pain. Again, a really nice match. My only issue is that, and sorry, I burped in there for a second. Anyway, the issue that I have with this match was that they tried to get DIY to do their submission hold like they did back at TakeOver Toronto. I don't want to see the same thing over and over again. Now, we did see Authors of Pain win, but you got to be able to mix it up. Mix up how you close a match. That's my only complaint there. And then we had a fatal four-way match. Asuka, I think it was Nikki Cross, yeah. And then Billie Kay, Peyton Royce. I mean, Asuka was going to win this match. You knew it from the beginning. Now, Billie Kay had a great match. I thought her performance was outstanding. Which is saying something, because I'm not a Billie Kay fan by any means. I think that she's a waste of talent for the most part in NXT. I think she shouldn't be on the roster at all. But last night proved, I might be wrong there. Just a solid match, and yeah, she'll eventually be champ. I think once Asuka gets the push to the main roster to face Charlotte, which I'm hoping is WrestleMania, then I think we'll finally see Billie Kay be the NXT Women's Champion. Moving along to Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode. This match was disappointing. Bobby Roode in the ring is not as strong as Bobby Roode on the mic. Shinsuke Nakamura was lacking last night too. I don't know if there was miscommunications. I don't know what was going on there, but I didn't like it at all. Wasn't the kind of match I wanted to see, especially for the NXT Championship. I don't know if this means that with Bobby Roode winning last night, I don't know if this means that we will get Nakamura on the main roster now. I feel like it might be a little early for him. But then again, and this is what a couple of buddies and I have been talking about, is this might actually just be the perfect timing. So, I mean, who knows? And so that was NXT TakeOver. Of course, we also had Rollins. Seth Rollins came out and demanded Triple H to come out. Triple H did come out, but nothing really physical happened except for Rollins shoving a couple security cards. It's a nice setup to what I think will be one of the better WrestleMania matches. They have been laying the foundation for this match, though, since right after SummerSlam. And I'm okay with that. I like how long they waited for Rollins to get really pissed off about it. And now that we're starting to see the fire of Rollins, I think this is good. I think this is going to lead to one of the best matches. I think the best part of that, though, was Triple H's interview afterwards, where he said, I used to think Seth Rollins was the man. I did. And that's the thing. Things happen. Things change. So, really good. So that was NXT TakeOver. How would I grade, if I was to give NXT TakeOver an overall grade? Last night, I'd say a B-. They missed out on a really good opportunities, I think. I mean, if Dillinger's coming up tonight, which I'm almost certain he is, I would have liked to have seen him get one last win. Now, some people can say, well, that would mean that they would continue the storyline. Not necessarily. You can give a guy a win without necessarily wanting to continue the storyline. The thing is, we haven't seen Ty Dillinger win in forever. So, yeah, there's that. All right, so tonight's card. Let's take a look at a couple matches. I'm not going to go over those pre-show fights. Here's what I want to cover. I want to cover the fact that the Raw Tag Team Championship. Then we'll cover most of the main card. The Raw Tag Team Champions, Cesaro and Sheamus. By the way, I need a good tag team name for them. Cesaro and Sheamus, it's a good name, but I need something better than that. I need that to happen ASAP. Anyway, though, they've been surprisingly good as partners, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens tonight. I'm 99% sure they're going to lose the titles tonight to Gallows and Anderson. I think this is the smarter move to have them lose now and maybe set up for Sheamus versus Cesaro at WrestleMania. I don't think that's going to happen. It could. I don't know. I mean, here's the deal. Cesaro's been a part of a lot of failing tag teams. So maybe this is one that you let him actually have. I don't know. I don't know what to think of Cesaro and Sheamus. I don't. Anyway, though, back to Gallows and Anderson against Cesaro and Sheamus. Wow, I cannot concentrate. I like this matchup for several reasons, mostly because I think we're finally going to see the push that Gallows and Anderson have been waiting for since their arrival. I think they're finally going to become tag team champs. I think it's much deserved. I think it's long overdue, and this can set up for a couple things. This could set up for New Day to come back into the picture. Oh yeah, big old bag of bootios and all. So it could set up for several things with them on that. Now, what it also could set up is that maybe we have Finn Balor versus AJ Styles with Control of the Club sometime this year. I'd like to see that as well. But I'm not, like I said, I'm all but certain Gallows and Anderson are going to win tonight. If they don't, this destroys Gallows and Anderson's, I don't know, purpose maybe is the right word. Since they've come into WWE, I mean, they had that whole segment they've had a couple really good ones with AJ Styles before the brand split. The one feud I really liked, and I wish that they were on the same brand again, was the Usos versus the Club. I love that. The Usos with Roman Reigns against the Club with AJ Styles. It was a good feud. I really wish we could see that continue, but not everything was meant to continue forever. I'd like to see that renewed. Let's talk about that. Like I said, Gallows and Anderson, they're going to come out champions tonight at the Royal Rumble. What's next on the card? We have the Raw Women's title on the line. Charlotte versus Bayley. Oh, I love you, Bayley. Bayley's my hero. I've been talking about this for a while. I was like, if I ever have a daughter, I'm going to get her to like wrestling because of Bayley. Bailey is unbelievable. The character is tremendous. Pamela, who is Bailey, she's a fantastic in the ring. Needs a little bit of work on the mic, but I think just her authenticity of who she is. She doesn't try to be the Charlotte. She just is her hug life, you know? I love it. Now, that being said, the Queen is undefeated. The build-up to this has been really good. I like the promo that Bailey cut with the whole poems a couple weeks ago. I like how Charlotte looks like she's so confident that it almost looks like she's scared. And I really like how they've set that up. Man, I don't know where this match goes. I love to say in my Pick'em League with a couple buddies of mine, I did pick Bailey to win this. But part of me thinks that streak will not end for Charlotte until WrestleMania, where she will stay undefeated in singles competitions at pay-per-views until WrestleMania. I think that's kind of where we're headed. I think it'll probably be a triple threat. If not a triple threat, then a fatal four-way. I like the idea of a fatal four-way between somehow, and I don't know how you make this work, but a fatal four-way somehow between Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bailey. The four horsewomen of NXT getting together in a ring at WrestleMania. That, to me, could be a main event. That, to me, has WrestleMania main event written all over it. And I love that idea. I love the possibilities that opens up. I think Vince McMahon would like the possibilities that could open up. So, there's just, man, I don't know. So tonight I am going to go with Bailey, but I would not be surprised at all if Charlotte ends up winning this thing. It would be huge, though, if Bailey could pull it off. She got a massive push here in the last month. And I'd love to see them take advantage of, first off, Bailey has the biggest fan base in the women's division. Maybe not number one. I think Banks has got quite a lot of, she's got some legit fans for being the legit boss. But Bailey's a close second. Bailey can get the crowd into it. Bailey is what the women's division needs to focus on right now. Let Charlotte's reign die off a little bit. That would be what I would want to see. Next we have Roman Reigns going up against Kevin Owens with Chris Jericho hanging above in a shark cage. When Mick Foley said we're going to do this in a shark cage, I was like, all right, I can live with this. I'm okay with this. I want to see what's going to happen. I can't think if Chris Jericho's ever been in the shark cage for a match. If he has, somebody tweet it out at me. I'm a little behind on my WWE Network watching the past broadcasts and everything, but I don't know. That's just where I'm thinking right now. This match has a couple of implications on it. First off, I think Seth Rollins will somehow get involved, which means Triple H will get involved. At that point, I would say this match is going to go to Reigns. I'm not... Again, I'm like 90% sure Reigns is going to come out champion. Reigns has always been Vince McMahon's favorite. He always has been. And I think it's going to continue for a while. So, don't be super surprised if we see... Like I said, don't be surprised if we see Reigns win tonight. And I think what that does is that sets up for Jericho and Owens somehow, again, you write in a breakup in the bromance. That's cool. Set them up for WrestleMania. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I think of what else we got. Oh, yeah. Can John Cena become the 16-time champ? I think he will. I think the way that they have built him up since he's coming back from a brief hiatus, it's perfect. I'm excited to see John Cena back. I love it when John Cena's back. I love John Cena. I'm a John Cena fan. That also being said, I love AJ Styles, and it was 1 year ago at the Royal Rumble last year that a Mr. AJ Styles debuted. And I'm okay with that. I love that this match happens a year after he debuted. Because this match kind of it brings together everything he's accomplished in his first year. Remember, he got a title shot right away. He went after Roman Reigns' title twice. And then Seth Rollins got involved. Then Dean Ambrose got involved. It's been a good year for AJ Styles. If you're AJ Styles, you're loving the WWE right now. And if you're the WWE, you love AJ Styles right now. He is making you so much money. He is doing phenomenal. No pun intended. But John Cena is John Cena. And if you are going to start making a push for him to overtake Ric Flair's record, which I assume will happen, this is where it needs to happen. If John Cena loses tonight, what you're essentially saying is that John Cena's done in the WWE. He can go have his Hollywood career. And that's fine. But I would love on Tuesday night, when he comes out, to be able to say, the 16-time champ is here! I want that to happen. I don't know if I've wanted something to happen like that in a really long time. So, that's just my thought there. And now we preview the main event. The Royal Rumble match. 30 men on the 30th anniversary of the Royal Rumble. I'm really looking forward to this. Gotta tell ya. Tonight's a big one. The Undertaker. Goldberg. The Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. All in the same ring with 27 other competitors. Will we finally see Samoa Joe debut? Will we finally see the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, enter at number 10? Ah, man, the ideas that number 10 could be Ty Dillinger has me so freaking excited. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I am right now. I don't know if I've ever been this excited for a debut. Man, this guy's got all the potential in the world. All I want is to see Ty Dillinger come in at 10 and do ridiculously well, have the time of his life. I want to see that. I want to see him having... He doesn't even have to win. He just has to come out, be in there for 10, 20 minutes. And I will be happy. I just want to be able to shout 10, 10, 10 from my living room couch. That is what I want to do. Vince McMahon, are you going to let me do that tonight? I would love to know. Also, can we start shouting for Samoa Joe? I love Joe. Samoa Joe is a force to be reckoned with. He is a beast of a man. And if anybody can take out Brock Lesnar, besides Goldberg, besides The Undertaker, it's freaking Samoa Joe. You have no idea how badly I want to see Joe come into this match tonight. Throw some people around, have some fun. I need to see Joe. We haven't seen him in forever. We saw him last night at NXT TakeOver in the audience. I don't want to see that again. I want to see Joe out there. I want to see Joe competing. He's in his 40s, dude. Come on, he doesn't have that much time left. If anybody deserves a push right now on the NXT roster to the main roster, it's the man who has held down freaking NXT for the past 2 years. And yes, Finn Balor did a lot too. There's one thing Finn Balor is not, and he is not Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe, in my opinion, needs that call up tonight. He needs to, and I don't even, like, honestly, if he came in at like 19, 18, somewhere in there, where it's late enough to where he could potentially be in the Final Four, I'm happy. Because I don't think this is good. Like, everybody's like, oh, you know, the number one spot's out a lot of Final Fours. Yeah, when you have freaking CM Punk. But you don't have Punk anymore. Now, if Punk comes back, yeah, I'm happy about that. He says he's working on a UFC fight, though, so I wouldn't count on Punk to be back anytime soon. The one name I keep hearing that might be there tonight, and this is a name that has me really excited, Rey Mysterio could be coming back. And if that's the truth, man, I think about how huge that would be. Like if the 619 comes back, they've been talking about the 619 for a little bit too. Cesaro does the Swiss 19. I like it, but nothing can compare to when Rey Mysterio hits his move. It's fantastic. Kurt Angle could make a surprise entrance, and again, would not be upset with that at all. Angle in the Royal Rumble has me excited. I honestly don't know what the crowd reaction would be, though. So much of going over as a superstar is about the crowd reaction, and I don't know how fans would take Kurt Angle coming back. I don't. I mean, I would love to say everybody would be happy, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's damn true. It's really hard for me to sit here and say, man, if he comes back tonight, I'm happy. I don't know. It's been forever since we've seen Kurt Angle. There's also a chance that maybe now he's done with Vikings. Could we see the Rated R Superstar come back? Could we see Shinsuke Nakamura? The thing is, there are 8 entrants who we don't know. And I would actually almost narrow that field down to 6. Because Kalisto and R-Truth are both on the Royal Rumble poster, but they're not announced for a match. Unless they're just going to get like a pre-match, or a pre-show fight. You can see that happening. So I would say that really we only have 6 surprise entrants. One of them being R-Truth, one of them being Kalisto. That's where I'm at. Who do I want to win the Royal Rumble tonight? As a fan, I want Sami Zayn. I love Sami Zayn. He is the most underrated, undervalued, underappreciated wrestler in the WWE right now. And they need to finally give that kid the push he needs. That being said, though, I think Randy Orton's going to win it. So, yeah.